Well, I'd like to welcome you to our workshop, the Advanced Fiber Connectivity and Switching Forum workshop. I appreciate your attendance. The workshop is an open membership marketing and educational forum to discuss areas of interest around advanced intelligent connectivity and optical switching technology. The focus of the organization, the mission of the organization, is to extend thinking and applications into the use of optical switching. This is optical switching in the true all-optical sense. There is no electrical conversion. It's not an OEO solution, but an OOO solution. And there are a wide range of application areas that we'll go into in a great deal of detail, but wanted to initially give you a brief introduction on the forum itself, introduce the members of some of the members of the forum today, and then discuss the sponsorship of this organization and thank the sponsors for the today's sessions. The forum has a wide range of membership. It includes everybody from the service provider side, Verizon, AT&T, some smaller carriers, through the different manufacturing sectors. Some startups that are represented, test equipment companies are represented, to some of the larger suppliers that are serving the telecommunications, data communications space, like an ADC and a Corning, Tyco Electronics, 3M. On the panel today, we have from N-Test, Troy, and I never get your last name, Troy, so sing it out. You know.
Weitenheimer.
And also in the test space, from Inlight, Ray Lanier. A manufacturer of optical switching, Sandy Rosix from FiberZone. Huss Tingley from Crossfiber, another optical switch provider, and I am from Calient Networks, and we also manufacture an optical switch. Also sponsoring this session today, officially, great gratitude for the coffee and the rolls. ADC has paid for that. Corning has paid for the room, and the rest of us unwashed mass up here are paying for the audiovisual equipment. So together we put this all together to bring to you the educational information that we've got. The other sponsor of the session, besides the five of us up here on the front, is Pilatus. They also manufacture an optical switch. Pilatus, unfortunately, was not able to make it here today. Also not here, but sponsoring the organization this session is OFS, and you've seen them very visible here at the forum and the conference. With that, what I thought I would do is let each of the companies come up and give a brief presentation on who they are and what their company is about, so you have an idea how we fit together as a forum, and we can field a few questions on that. The AFCS forum is open, no dues for any of you to join. We'd be welcome to consider membership there. The forum's address on the web is www.afcsforum, all one word, .org. With that, Troy, do you want to start with an introduction of your company? And
Sure. My name's Troy Weitenheimer, and our company is N-Test. We make a remote fiber test system. And I'll get into a little bit more detail on that in the presentation. But basically, a remote fiber test system is a server-based system which uses an OTDR to test the physical fiber in your network. And it just monitors that on a 24/7 basis and allows you to proactively check the status of your fiber, if there's any degradation or microbending or things like that that are going on, so you can, the system will recognize that before a problem occurs, or if a problem does occur that passes a threshold which you set, it would then send an alarm and tell you where that problem is, who could be affected, and things like that. We're located in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and it's not nearly as hot or humid there as it is here right now. But we got worse things coming ahead of us. So, thank you for coming, though.
I'm Ray Lanier from Inlight Telecom. Our primary office is in Germantown, Maryland, outside of Washington, D.C. We're a developer of analytical software, and what that means in this space is we have developed software that analyzes a pond network, and we can detect a fault within the pond, anywhere in the pond, whether it's the drop, the F2, F1, and that's our uniqueness. We don't manufacture hardware. We utilize third sources for our hardware, which includes optical switches, OTDRs, and some other devices as well that we use to access the fiber. So again, our uniqueness is to develop what we call deploy, dispatch, default, rather than do sectionalization and send a field force with field hardware. So it eliminates the need of an expert, we'll call it expertise in the field forces to find a fault, and it reduces the mean time to repair and the mean time to dispatch. So that's what we're focused on, and we're a relative startup, so we're kind of new to the industry as well, so you probably never heard of us per se, but glad that you guys could make it, and hopefully what we do present today as a body will be beneficial for your deployment and interest. Thank you.
My name is Sandy Roskis with FiberZone Network. FiberZone is a switch provider. We make an optical switch that's based on what we call latched optical coupling technology. It's a little bit different from other switches available. It's characterized by a mechanical latching of fibers together. So the result is a very low loss connection that's also able to be mechanically latched together passively. So it carries light through the system without any power or any dependence on active components. I think there's great applications for all the switches and the test systems for fiber to the home. They're very large. These tend to be kind of fiber-rich deployments in which carriers end up handling a lot more fiber than they had previously. Presents a number of operational challenges that we're going to discuss today, and I think the various solutions, as you can see, the technical solutions, switching and test, each have their place in different aspects of the fiber to the home world. So hope you enjoyed the presentations.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Hus Tigley. I'm with Cross Fiber. Cross Fiber is in San Diego, and we make all optical switches. We target pretty much all applications of all optical switches, all the way from core transport networks to regional transport, and of course what we're here to discuss, fiber to the home applications. And our technology is called 3D MEMS. So these are tiny micromirrors that tilt and switch the light without converting it to electricity. And what we emphasize at Cross Fiber is small form factor, low energy consumption, and low cost. And we think all of those are applicable to the application that you're interested in fiber to the home networks. Thanks for coming, and we'll chat later.
And finally, I represent Calient Networks. Calient Networks is also an optical switch provider. We use the 3D MEMS technology. These are mirrors, as Hus pointed out, in the technology. And as a marketing person, I think I am finally starting to pay back for the sins of my life, doing everything with smoke and mirrors. I now really am doing things with mirrors, at least. The attributes that Calient brings to the market are large scale, low loss, and great flexibility in its product line. We can scale from a very small size to a very large size in the switch, and we have a history in optical switching in the core of the network that has evolved to be a product line that features very inexpensive cross-connect capability and patch panel capability.